This is Lin. Welcome. Today we are going to work with the child's pose, and today we're going to call the child's pose a bow. The child's pose is an ancient asana. I'm sure you've done it before, but we're going to use it in a unique way. We're going to use it in relationship to the prayer of human oneness as a way to bow down to this riddle of how we create change in racism. And you see, we are in the midst of a vigil, a 40-day vigil that has been inspired and activated by the murder of George Floyd. So whenever in time you're getting to this video, welcome. My name is Lin, and we are here together in this moment, but this is relevant for all moments, and it's always been relevant to renew our commitment to honor humanity as oneness and to figure out our part, to educate ourselves in how we can become more connected, create a world that's safe for all beings, that's safe for Black people in the United States and all people of color and races and religion. Most specifically America, because it was based on being a melting pot. So we have been a nation of intense contradiction and hypocrisy. So this particular bow, the child's pose, is returning to the innocence, returning to the human oneness, and also understanding racism from this place of understanding that we are all one, and how do we reckon that in the body and the mind into reconciliation with our humanity that can kill people, murder people, and the humanity that can choose greatness. So I am looking to some of the great leaders of the civil rights movements to learn and educate myself and be inspired by, and sharing that with you. And we are working with Maya Angelou, and a bow to her. Wow, what a legacy she has left us. In our wholeness, in our oneness, there is this unique creation that we all are and that we can create. Art, music, dance, poetry, to inspire the oneness, to bring us together, or to rip us apart. So it's a choice. And in her poem she says, and I blow it all the time, you know, we're human, we're imperfect. So this vigil is about learning to strengthen the muscle to make a healthy choice, make a positive choice, make a loving choice. And that is the practice of yoga. So we're weaving these practices together, and in the prayer that we can find unity, and in the unity we can find a safer place, a more whole place to live from day to day, and a culture we can be proud of, that embraces all of its brothers, sisters, and cultures that live within it. Racism is a global issue, and it started many, many, many centuries ago. And so we have a great task. It's a great riddle. So I invite you to practice the bow with me, this beautiful bow. It's very interesting, the bow and the bow. These two words are spelled the same. It's very interesting to me because a bow is just letting go. It's letting go of our ego, our separateness, and coming into this oneness. We're not giving our power away. We're bowing to that which gives us strength, that which empowers us spiritually, that which creates that interconnection. And the bow is very interesting to me because the bow is what creates the tension to create change, just that to send that focused change. So interesting, you know, this the bow I believe is necessary to become the bow, to become a clean and clear bow that creates right action on the mark of what we're intending and what our heart is praying for. Many of you know that I am a movement practitioner. I work with embodiment. I work with women's leadership. And right now, on the global stage of the world of evolution, I do believe that feminine leadership is necessary, not just from women, but the feminine aspect of self, that men are guiding with that feminine principle as well. So I am an advocate for the feminine. I'm an advocate for masculine-feminine reconciliation within the all beings, and bringing feminine leadership into all conversations, all businesses. I believe the world needs that. Feminine yin, the quieting, the pause, the listening, the nurturing, the compassion, the earth-centeredness, the body-centeredness, the wholeness, the community aspect. These are all feminine principles. And they're alive and well, so many of us, and we just need to make space for them to be heard and be in leadership. Today's theme on day 4 has been inspired by Maya Angelou. She is a great leader of the civil rights and a great poet. So we are working with this theme of human oneness and also the power of creativity, because she embodies it so beautifully, of just how we can influence and make change through our creative selves. But this one particular speech she spoke speaks to the human oneness, and that's where the bow comes in. So I'm going to read it to you, and then we'll go into the teaching of the bow. So sit back and enjoy just listening for a moment. She talks about her life as a class, as a school, and the things she has learned. And she says, I've learned a few things. I'm aware that I'm a child of God, and it's such an amazing understanding to think that it, which made fleas and mountains, rivers and stars, made me too. What I pray for is humility, to know that something's greater than me alone. I have known the brute, the bigot, the batterer are all children of God, whether they know it or not. And I'm supposed to treat them accordingly. It's hard. I blow it all the time. I'd like everyone to think about the statement, I am a human being. Nothing human can be alien to me. If you can internalize at least a portion of that, you will never be able to say to a criminal act, oh, I couldn't do that. I could never do that, no matter how heinous the crime. If a human being did it, you have to say, I have all the components that are in her or him. I intend to use my energies constructively as opposed to destructively in that way. If you can do that about the negative, just think about what you can do about the positive. This gives me great hope. One is true, the other has to be true, but we get to choose. And we get to pay attention to what we are capable of. What we are capable in the negative as well as the positive. If you can do that about the negative, then just think about what you can do for the positive. If a human being dreams a great dream, dares to be somebody and love somebody, if a human being dares to be Martin Luther King or Mahatma Gandhi or Mother Teresa or Malcolm X, if a human being dares to be bigger than the condition into which he or she was born into, it means so can you. And so you can try to stretch. That's the yoga. So you can internalize, I am a human being. So this is a yoga. This is not an easy thought form. Like it says, we blow it all the time. But what does this require? The yoga traditions teach us the bow, and the bow helps us to bow to something greater than ourselves, something greater that has created all of us. The bow teaches us it's not giving our power away, it's releasing ego separation and coming into the oneness. When we lay our belly down to the earth, we experience and receive the electromagnetic current. That current is moving through all plants, all human beings, all animals. And when we get closer to it, it reminds us, it activates the grid of unification. So the bow, I'm going to show you, is simple. It's a simple movement meditation, but wow, the power in it. So think about this. I'm a human being. Nothing human can be alien to me. I choose. You can say what you choose and bow to the greatness that created you. Bow to the interconnection of the great source you are a part of that can help you with this journey, this human human challenge. Okay, let's do this. This is how you do it if you have sore knees. You can prop yourself up on a bolster or roll up a blanket. If your knees can't bend, you can do this. You can sit on this, okay? Put them here, as high as you need to go. If you need to go like that, okay? So take care of yourself. Don't be in pain when you do this, because we want you to be able to be free to surrender into what the bow offers you, okay? So I'm going to break down the bow, then I'm going to teach you the mantra, and then we're going to put it together, okay? Here we go. First step is breaking down the physicality of this movement meditation. Then I will teach you the spiritual energetics of it, okay? Here we go. Physical body. Come into your seat, pull your calves out. Get a comfortable seat for your feet, and again, you find the seat if you have to sit on a bolster or something. So, inhaling the arms up above the head in prayer position. The elbows out to the side, hands come down through the central channel, palms to earth, you come into the bow. Sweep the arms around your body, drop the tailbone, and roll up. Palms turn over, head is the last thing to lift, and you rise back up. That's it. We come down and through the central channel. Palms come down to the earth. Brow to the floor. Sweep, a circle sweep around your body. Drop the tailbone, start rolling up. Palms turn upward, head is the last thing to rise. And we start over again. So let me share a little bit about this. The child's position is a bow. Returning to the interconnectivity of the child, the early baby child, when we were so interdependent on love to take care of us, on the connection of our mamas and our papas and our whole family to take care of us. We were so vulnerable and little. And we knew nothing else. We did not know separation yet. We had the first separation from our mama's womb. That was usually a big shock. Ah! And then we felt their love, most of us, I mean, hopefully. But we felt that love, the awe-inspired love of our existence, of holding us close as just a wee little baby. And then we were totally dependent on our mothers, our fathers, to feed us, to hold us, to take care of us. The child's pose is coming back to that innocence. It's not a giving away of our power, but it's a trusting that deep knowing of interconnectivity, that we are fed by the Mother Earth. We are resourced and fed by the sky. We are inspired and supported by the plants plants, the trees, the people. When we can live from that place, what is possible. So this bow series is that. So when we come up, the hands coming into prayer position, this is the hands coming, the union of duality. Union of duality coming together. Our high selves know this union and bring it in through the crown chakra. Unity of our thoughts, unity of our words, of our actions, of our creation, of our sexuality, what we create, and back to earth. Coming to earth, finding that restful pose and that connection to the mother. Pause in the bow and feel that inner child, the relief that you're not alone and that you're interconnected and cared for. The sweep of the arms back and up is the sweep of our field. The field, the auric field, the energy fields, the light bodies that hold any kind of vibration of separation, of ego, of dis-ease of mind and body. This is sweeping that. I've been doing the child's pose for a long time, and then this came one day, and I felt so grateful. It just came through. So the mantra we use for this is to honor Mother, that we're here on earth, connected to Mother Earth. She feeds us. She knows how to take care of us. If we could come back to oneness with her and understanding that oneness, how would we treat her? How would we treat each other? So this is my practice. The monkey mind, the separate ego mind that kind of takes me off and track and things. When I do this, I come right back to this connection, and I hope this will help you too. The mantra goes like this. Om, connecting with the oneness, the sound of the earth moving on our axis. Om. Shri. Shri is an honoring word. It's a welcoming word of the greatness of this being. Om Shri. Gaia, the earth mother, the name for the earth mother. Sophia is another name for the mother in the esoteric traditions. Ma, M-A, capital M-A. It's the divine mother, the Ma, the Ma-ness of the universe. We're going to do this 9 times. There's a power in the tradition of threes. 3 sets of 3. So we begin, huh? Okay. So, get your seat comfortable. Relax the shoulders back and down. And before we begin, set intention. Bow to this great woman who left us a legacy of hope, of creative inspiration, to help us navigate the riddle of racism, and to support our own well-being and personal growth. What a teacher she is. So thank you, Maya Angelou. And thank you to the lineage of yoga. So find your dedication, what you want to bow to, what do you trust in, what do you have faith in more than your separate self. And we begin. Inhaling the arms up. Om Sri Gaia Sophia Ma. Om Shri 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 Gaia Sophia Ma. Sophia Ma. Let's find our way to sitting. Let's bring one hand to our belly, one to our heart, and just a gentle rock. So feel the results. These asanas are ancient medicine, so are the mantras. Feeling the guidance of our dear sister Maya, Angelou, her leadership. Where is it all landing? How do you feel? Long spine, deep breath. Just notice if you can find the harmony. The wind is blowing. What are you feeling in your body and all around you? And what's the prayer you hold in your heart right now that can be fed by this beautiful energy that's living in you right now? It's like we become these glow balls, right? Just let yourself glow and become a resource for that prayer. Just feeding it the love and the light. Martin Luther King speaks of the love and the light and how that is needed to cast out the hatred and the darkness, the shadows. And so the due diligence of finding our way there through all of our emotions, through all that we are, to practice finding our way back and into, in the midst of everything, the light and the love. So feel that now. Notice what you want to feed with that light. And there's a natural feeding that happens just simply by the interconnection that you're willing to sit in, that feeds goodness, that feeds the global joy and light body. So thank you. And releasing the hands. Woo! So thank you. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your practice. And thank you for being you, because I'm sure you're amazing. What's great about the interconnectivity that you bring, and share your creation. I mean, that's the oxymoron here. It's like we're all interconnected, and there is a unique creative expression about each one of us, and that serves the whole. So please, in the comments below, share what you do, share what you love, share what lights you up, and we can find connection with you and also cheer you on, because each of us has greatness, and it's wonderful to cheer each other on in that, and it's helpful in a world that gets lost, you know. So thank you for all you do. Signing out. Ishia Lin. Mwah.